What's up, guys? Welcome back to another vlog. Welcome back to Infusion. But this is a special infusion because it is the last time I will have to get an infusion where they stab my veins. That's right. This Wednesday, so in 2 days, it's Monday right now, I'm going to get a port. So basically what that is it's like it just is an entryway into my veins that is kind of inside of my chest. So it's like a little circle. I'm not exactly sure how big it'll be, but we'll find out. You'll see. It goes underneath my skin on the right side of my chest. And then it's a little circle. It has a little rubber stopper, and then it has a tube. And the tube goes directly into like the big vein that leads into my heart. So then all they'll have to do is just poke like right under my skin into the circle, and then bam, they've got my veins. So no more needing to look for veins, no more accidentally busting the veins in my arms, no more bruises, no more having to take literally like half an hour to find a working vein, especially when it's cold out. In the summer it hasn't been too bad because I'm pretty vascular in the heat, but in the winter, girl, sometimes it takes for freaking ever. But we'll never have to deal with it again. So this is very exciting. This is actually the first time I'll ever have like a real surgery. I've only ever been put under anesthesia for wisdom teeth and then for an endoscopy that I had. So it'll be interesting, first time. And it's funny because people always ask me like, are you nervous? Like it's a surgery. And I'm just so desensitized to anything medical. Like everything is just a joke to me at this point. Like, no, I'm not nervous. Like, it's gonna be so funny. I'm gonna have this little thing sticking out of my chest. So, not nervous, but it's twilight anesthesia, which I've never had before, but essentially, like, the idea is you're not, like, 100% asleep. You're, like, still slightly alert. But my mom says when they put her under that for, like, colonoscopies that she never remembers anything. So, we'll see if I am awake at all or if I'm basically just out. I'm hoping it doesn't knock me all the way out because I really don't like how I feel after anesthesia. Like after I got my endoscopy, that anesthesia took me out. You aren't supposed to, it's not like a hard or long procedure. I think it was maybe like, I don't know, 20 minutes. They could not wake me up for like 2 or 3 more hours. And then I just felt dead for the rest of the day. So I'm hoping that doesn't happen. Because like I was literally like, I got conscious after like 2 hours, but I couldn't like move my body or talk for still another hour after I regained consciousness. So hopefully this anesthesia is not as strong, but we'll keep you updated. But yeah, I'm really excited to just have the port. It's gonna make my life so much easier. And like, I'll get to have 2 hands to use at infusion because usually I'm working while I'm here. And having to do all that typing with 1 hand is so annoying. So I get to have 2 hands. It's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be revolutionary. The one thing though that's sad is I'm not sure how power cleans and split jerks are gonna work after I have that, because like where you catch the barbell is like right across your chest by your collarbone, which is right where the port will be. The port sticks out from underneath my skin, so if you hit that with the barbell, not gonna feel good. So it's gonna be interesting to see what adjustments I can make because I'm not entirely sure like where exactly it'll be, if I'll be able to adjust my catch just a little bit to avoid it, or if it's gonna take up so much space that I can't and I'll have to like either figure out a way to make some type of padding or just like not do them. But I don't want to not do them. You guys know I love my power cleans and split jerks, so that'll be an interesting experiment for once I get done. But the recovery is supposed to be pretty quick. All the doctors said it's pretty easy, like just a week, take it easy. Don't do upper body lifting, which is so sad for me because you guys know I love my upper body lifts. But we'll survive. Like I'll still be able to like go on walks. They said I can do yoga. So just have to have a chill little week. And hopefully that's it. And then it's easy peasy. All right, vlog. Today is the day. So here's what my chest looks like for the last time normally. But surgery it's at like 1:30 or 2. I'm supposed to be there at noon. which is fine. Gives me lots of time to have my normal morning, which is good. But the annoying thing is I'm not allowed to eat any food or drink any water until the surgery. So basically I'm gonna be starved and dehydrated till it's done at like 3 or 4, which is awesome. As someone with chronically low blood volume, not being able to drink any water for that long is kind of diabolical, but we'll survive. All right, vlog, it is time to go. This is my medical procedure outfit. I always wear this shirt when I get a medical procedure done. I did not do it on purpose, but I noticed a pattern, so we're continuing it. This is what I wore when I got my stellate ganglion block and when I got my endoscopy. So we're keeping the trend going. All right, vlog, we're here at the hospital. It's my regular hospital that I go to for infusion. So it just feels like a normal day in the life. But I'm really thirsty. I have a headache from being dehydrated. I want them to just cut me open and get this over with so I can drink water. So that was the face of somebody having a full mental breakdown on the operating table. Oh my god, vlog, do I have the story for you. So as we know, I'm a gymnast, I'm an athlete. Like, I be doing everything. I be lifting, I be on the rings, I be going up, sit down, I be doing handstands, like, you know, huge part of my identity. And so when I was getting the consult in the decision-making process for this procedure, like a very big part of the decision-making process and the questions that I ask the doctors, the nurse practitioners, the people that were giving me the consult, I asked over and over again, what are my activity restrictions going to be? Can I still do this? Can I still do that? Blah, 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 blah. And every single time they were like, yeah, no, like once you recover, you can, like, you'll be able to do everything. There won't be any activity restrictions. Just like be careful when you're doing power cleans and split jerks that you don't hit the port, right? Because you don't want to break it or knock it out of place. I'm like, totally, that makes sense. And like, if I have to give up power cleans or just like not do them as heavy, like that's fine. That's a sacrifice I can make, right? But as long as I can still do everything else, like that's fine. I have so many other activities that I can do now because I get these infusions that give me my life back. Great. So, you know, getting ready to get my port on the, you know, getting my IV placed, etc., etc. Everything's going great. It's going fine. It was actually very difficult to get my veins, even though my veins have been fantastic since summer started. Not to brag, but then today they were terrible. I was like, why are they terrible? Well, I hadn't drank in like 15 hours, so we couldn't get my veins. So it took a couple tries. We got it. Anyway, not important because we didn't end up needing to use them so it's like 10 minutes before the surgery. Like, surgeon comes out to talk to me and I'm again just reiterating like, there's no activity restrictions, right? Like, what's the recovery process? When can I start doing things again? So I am in the gown on the operating table, all marked up, ready to go. And she tells me, no, actually, you can never go upside down. No handstands, none of that, as long as the port is in you. Ever again. You can't do any of that. No one ever told me this. No one said that would even be a possible restriction until 10 minutes before I'm about to get this thing put in me. So I'm just sitting on the table in full disbelief, have a little mental breakdown. Like, you cannot drop that on a gymnast 5 minutes before it happens. Like, you can't do that. You can't do that. You can't. So yeah, like, I'm sitting there like losing my mind a little bit because like, if I had known that before, I would not have made the decision to get the port, because that is something that's extremely important to me. I love being upside down. I love doing my rings. I love doing my handstands. I love doing stupid upside down things. So I'm just sitting there like tears in my eyes, like, what the heck am I gonna do? Like, I can't tell like if I'm overreacting at that point because it's like it just got dropped on me. And like my mom comes back and like talks to me and whatever, and she's like, I promise you're being sane. And like ultimately I'm like, I can't do that. Like, it's an optional surgery. It's not something that I need at this current moment. Maybe in the future, like, I will have veins that aren't working anymore, that are all scar tissued and not options for the infusion. But right now, that is not the case. The port would have been super convenient. It would have made my life easier with infusions, but It is not a necessity. And it's not worth it to me to give up so many things that I love that I've just gotten back because of the infusions helping me so much. And with no warning too. So I was like, I can't do it. Like, I can't, get me out of here. And fortunately, the staff were super nice and super apologetic about it, because I absolutely should have known that information. It should have been given to me at the consult a month ago when I asked repeatedly, multiple times. So they felt really bad, and they totally understood my decision. So I was very thankful for that. But yeah, so we're here. So yeah, it's a few hours later. I do feel better now. In that moment, having that, bomb dropped on me, I was just, losing my mind. What the heck? Because it's hard to tell, am I overreacting? Am I just being crazy? But, no, I do believe I made the right decision, and people I've told support me, so that helps me feel less crazy. But it's still an option if I need it in the future. But for right now, I'm happy to take a little bit more pain with my IV sticks. I'm happy to have it be a little less convenient to just only have one hand while I'm in infusions, if it means I can still do so many things that I love. So sometimes you gotta make crazy split-second decisions. But ultimately, I am much happier having made that decision, even though I felt really bad and I felt stupid and annoying in the moment, having done that at the last second. But I would have been so depressed if I had all of those things that I love to do, no more handstands, no more rings, no more certain yoga poses, no more gymnastics, any of that. No, I can't imagine my life without that, especially now that I can actually do it again. I couldn't just give it up again. No. So I know I did what I needed to do. So that's been my day today. That's been my crazy day. Nothing normal ever happens to me. I'm gonna go to the park and play upside down. I'm at the park now. We're gonna do stuff that's fun and upside down and that I like doing. Oh, so excited. I feel so free and so happy. This Legend of Korra spoilers coming ahead. Skip the next 20 seconds if you don't want to see spoilers for the Legend of Korra. This must be exactly what Bolin felt like in episode 4 or 5 of Legend of Korra, when he almost got his bending taken away by Amon, but then got rescued at the last second, and then he got to go play in the pro bending games. This is probably exactly what he felt like. I feel like I really understand him now. So moral of the story is, you can never take the upside down out of the girl. And also, it's really important that you get informed, fully and correctly informed consent before you go through with any procedure. Thanks, guys. Hope you enjoyed this saga. Make sure to like and subscribe. New vlogs or long form videos every Friday, new shorts every single day. I'll see you next time.